All right, new tech. Bear with me. Let's see if this is working the way it's supposed to this time. I've got a separate device up next to the one I'm streaming on so I can see. And we will see how this is going. So if you pop on, let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. I know the majority of my views are on the replay, so I don't expect a hip and hopping crowd while I am on live. So I am set up to check myself. You know what I mean? So let's see here. Oh, looks like I'm. And let me know if you can hear me. Okay, well, apparently that's working. I'm going to go off of that. Hi, Miss Jennifer. I see you. You hear me all right? My test says that I finally got that figured out, so hopefully it's all good. And I have two screens up now, so I'm trying not to be distracted. All right. So the test over in the Calculate Chaos community group a few minutes ago, I went live and I had selected the wrong microphone. The default microphone is not the one I should have been using, so I had to select a different one. And so thankfully it was an easy fix. It just took me a minute to fumble through it. So not too bad for the first time trying out something new, hopefully. So that just means I'll be live over there after here instead of before. So we will see. Anyway, so gather my thoughts. We are on our 10 days of tips for the rest of us. And today, what got me onto this tip is I like my coffee. Sometimes it's Starbucks, you know, drinking from the lid, the nice white lid. Sometimes it's my mug. And I really like that our lipsticks are nice and moisturizing. This one is Burnt Umber. I'm only going to apply half because I want to show you two different tips today. The thing about it, though, even though I love that these are so moisturizing, I hate that it transfers. Yuck. I mean, it comes with the territory, don't get me wrong, but it's not something that I enjoy. So my tip is our mineral veil. I use Dream of Me mostly. It is the veil that you put on at the end of all of your minerals on your face. I haven't done my face yet. I was going to do it over in the Calculated Chaos community group and do an emphasis on my eyes over there today. So you get me half done up. I'm sorry, but you're welcome to join me over there after this. I would love to have you. I'm sure we all would. I tap my finger into my mineral veil, and then I tap this over my color. And what I like about it is mineral veil goes on translucent. It goes on translucent, which means even though it appears to have color to it, whether it's white being the original veil, a very slight pink color with the sweet veil, my Dream of Me has a little bit of a tan color to it. They all appear to have a little bit of a color to it, but it goes on translucent, meaning the color doesn't really show once it's on your face. That also means that if you apply it over your lipstick, it might very slightly mute your color, but it's still going to show through. And the beautiful thing about it is that it will also keep your lipstick from transferring, and it'll keep it on your lips just a little bit longer throughout the day, quite a bit longer depending on your activities. What I like to do, sometimes I will do a layer of the mineral veil before I do the lipstick and then do a layer, and sometimes I'll do another layer again, layer, lipstick, mineral veil. And you can even play with this. You can do like, do you guys remember the glow highlight that's the freebie right now with the $100 orders? You can even take it, since it's a mineral and a nice shimmer, and pat it on too, and give your lipsticks a little bit extra shimmer for holiday, and that adds a little bit extra staying power too. So by the time it's all said and done, where did I put my, uh-oh, I lost my cotton rounds. Oh, they're there. I want to wipe this off so you can see. Dollar store cotton rounds are falling apart over here. Okay, so let's get this cleaned off a little bit for you, so we can start semi-fresh at least. Because what's the better example than a real life example like my Starbucks cup here? So we're starting relatively fresh here again. Got half my lip on again. See where I'm going with this? And I still have a good amount of color on after dabbing that on. And like I said, I could go and I can make this color even more vibrant again by adding more on and just layering it to my heart's content to get the vibrancy that I want. Does that make sense? So there's the first thing you can do with any lip color, any color. So you can use the lipsticks that way to make it stay. The other thing you can do is use our Kiss FX. It is our matte liquid lipstick. We have new colors every season coming out right now so far. The most recent one that I have on the way is called Ruby Red Slippers. It's like a true red, right? I like the logo too. It was one of my favorite parts of this. It's called the Be Live app. And I got an email with a special deal on it, and I'm like, I gotta do it. It was for lifetime access, and I've had my eye on this anyways. So it was one of those things where it really was a deal. So these liquid matte lipsticks, I was kind of on the fence about, because I don't want, number one, matte isn't always my thing. I like a little bit of a shimmer sometimes, but I do wear this lipstick with my veil to get it to stay, because I don't like reapplying all the time throughout the day. And there have been some really awesome colors that have come out. So what I do, it's almost like a lip gloss wand. I wipe the excess off. If you paint your own fingernails once in a while, you can kind of, it's a similar kind of process where you wipe the excess off. You just want a tiny little bit, and you do a thin layer and layer it up. And just do a very, very thin layer. Obviously, I'm doing the opposite side. And then kind of let it dry. Let it dry. Letting it dry is the key. And what's fun is, like, when I do my next layer, I could swap colors and like let it dry and do another color to get a totally different effect if I wanted to, which I've done a few times over. Like, this is Wild Mulberry, and Wild Mulberry with Orchid is pretty awesome. Like, Orchid on its own is like bold, and Wild Mulberry tones it down a little bit doing it together like that. But you can, so you let it dry, you wipe all the excess off, and you do one more little layer. It doesn't sting. I do kind of, some people don't. You do what feels right for you, but the point is you want a very thin layer on your lip. You want to make sure it stays where you want it to, because once it dries, it dries. And what's beautiful about this is it doesn't sting. It doesn't have a bunch of chemicals on it. It is the ingredients that Sweet Minerals is known for. There's argan oil, coconut oil, vitamin E in here. There's the good stuff. You know what I mean? And while it is a matte color, you can do the same thing like the glow. These minerals are not going to affect the staying power of your lip color. So you can add a shimmer back in by using one of your highlighters if you want to, your mineral highlighters, which we have a few different varieties. Let me make sure after I applied that other layer of lipstick that I put my veil back on. So lipstick and veil or Kiss FX, you have choices and colors and types of veil, mineral highlighters to add a shimmer back, all you want. My Starbucks cup. Hopefully I let this dry. Here's my coffee. Not too shabby, right? For right after applying it especially. Now you'll notice maybe a little bit of wear at your waterline. If you're eating super hot or super oily foods, it's going to come off a little bit faster. But this is going to keep your lip color on that much longer, and you're going to have to reapply it that much less. Like for me, going to church, going out for the day, I only have to reapply like once, like towards the evening. Or if my lips are just getting parched, like dried out because I don't drink enough water and I drink a lot of coffee, then I will keep like some lip gloss with me. Now, adding lip gloss over the top will take away some of the staying power because you're adding so much more moisture back in, but it adds to the moisture factor. And if your lips are getting parched, I sometimes will still do that in the middle of the day to add color and moisture back into my lips if I really feel like I need it. So that is how to keep the schmear away from your coffee cup or whatever else, or if you're kissing on your man or your kids. Nobody likes to, well, sometimes it's fun to see that, but for the most part, we don't want to see that. So you can play around with your colors and you don't have to stay away from your lipstick if you have colors that you like, because your mineral veil that you're already using on your face, I hope, maybe, I'm going to assume since I love it so much, you can also apply to over your lipstick to have it stay put as well, just like it helps your minerals stay put on your face. So if you have any questions at all, or you need to know what shades of lipstick are available right now, what shades of Kiss FX are available right now, this is Hot Cocoa. It looked way bold for me, but I put it on and I was shocked at how much I liked it. I almost put it on just now. I should have. Let me know, and I can direct you towards it on the site so you can look at it and play around. This is Plum Gold. This is one of the colors that's currently available. And there's a few others. So take a peek and see what you can find and what you might want to play around with, because ladies, playing with this stuff can so boost your confidence, like seriously so boost your confidence, especially if you find those couple of shades that just really make you stand a little taller. You know what I mean? Like it just makes you feel that much better. I don't know. I can definitely say since I've found the colors and the makeup that works for me, I have felt a lot more confident. And on the days where I've needed a pick-me-up, it has certainly helped. So hopefully I can help you find what works for you as well. So make sure you're registered at confidenceandchaos.com/register so that I can send you happy mail if you are one who is drawn later on this week. And tune in here around this time tomorrow. I think I'm going live, but it's also my baking day with Eva Lee. She's home from school, so she'll probably be live with me. And we're probably going to do a little bit longer of a live, assuming nothing goes wrong. We're going to do a whole flawless face, and we're going to chat about all of our tips. And if you catch me live, you can ask any questions that you have that maybe I didn't address, and we should have some fun. And I want to chat to you a little bit about Thanksgiving and what you can expect from me over the holiday weekend. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.